Hello, this is Eric Miscoll with EMSNOW. I am at SMTAi International 2019 on the show floor, inviting some colleagues to tell us a little bit about their business. So I'm glad we have Carsten Kramer with Rehm Thermal Systems. Carsten, thank you for joining us, Mr. Rehm.
That'd be nice, yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that's a nice promo. Listen, I just want to get a sense of your business, what's happening kind of generally, and then what you're doing here, especially in the Americas market. Now, so Rehm is really known as kind of a leader for the reflow manufacturing, and while that stays, there's some other developments specifically within vapor phase and also with conformal coating. So maybe we talk about each of those separately here. So let's start with the vapor phase.
Sure. Okay, vapor phase. So the vapor phase we've been doing for quite some time. I think it's been almost like 20 years of experience we have on that. It requires a vacuum technology which we developed over all these years and have become quite very comfortable in the technology, managing that technology. And vapor phase has become more and more interesting for power electronics, for example. We have a lot of electric car applications, but we also have these harder to solder applications in the defense industry, in aerospace and so forth. So that's been quite successful in Europe for us. It's also catching on really well in Asia, and this is one of the big launches we are having this over the last 2 or 3 years. See a lot of success here as well, and we want to drive that obviously also. Have great response from the market so far. A lot of very interested people. We do also good business on that, so we're quite pleased with that.
Now, is that within those same markets with the auto, the defense, and the aerospace here?
Yes, mainly. The auto not so much, because that is, the vapor phase has its challenges because it is not a true mass producing equipment. You know, it's hard to get the big numbers on a vapor phase, but it's a bit of a batch process, if you like. You know, we are automizing a lot of the processes so that we get more throughput. But you know, so that not so much. People like electric cars, Tesla. These people are quite interested in that as well. You know, for special applications. But otherwise, it is more defense, aerospace, special applications. Yes.
And is that within special manufacturing that they're doing special componentry, special assemblies that it's being utilized?
Yes. Yes, basically the assemblies is the vapor phase is from a technology point of view different, as the heat transfer is not convective hot air blown in. It's something, a vapor which carries a charge, and it is actually at 240 degrees Celsius, and that is the condensation on the product, on the component. So it's a more even, an even distribution of the heat throughout the entire component. So anything which you can imagine has more of a three-dimensional surface and structure is very good to solder. And you cannot overheat as well. Big ovens, you have them run at high temperatures in order to get everything onto your soldering temperatures. With vapor phase, everything is at a top temperature. You can control that. There's a vacuum chamber. It all happens within a vacuum chamber. So you can pull vacuum throughout the entire process, which has proven to be very, very interesting for a lot of people. It just helps with the process. And you cool as well, so you don't move the product, you know, safety critical. You can imagine aerospace is somebody, these people really have boards which you can buy houses for that kind of money, and you know, there is a critical process, and they don't want to move the board and shake it or something during the high temperatures. Yeah.
So, well, let's transition then to the conformal coating too. That's another one that's doing well in Europe, and that you're starting to introduce and pick up. It's picking up here as well.
We're introducing it here, exactly. So conformal
at the show, or it's been introduced in the Americas already. Slowly.
It's a bit of soft introduction. I think in Apex is when we're going to actually have it on the booth. But that is working really well in Germany. We get, and in Europe actually, we must say it picks up a lot. So that is interesting. It comes kind of out of the out of the aspect that there's a lot of quality request from our customers towards our product and the processes, because it's safety critical. And the follow-on to that was then, once it's safety critical, we have a really good solder joint. What helps it to protect actually that solder joint in the environment of car, of critical car components, electronic components in cars and vehicles and so forth. And that's kind of where that started. And we've been doing that also for a couple of years now. But it is it's a learning curve, and we mastered most of it now. So we are really up there where we are introducing it in the market really well. It needs a lot of application knowledge, so that needs to be transferred as to the team in the US as well. So.
And from the customer base, is this just a natural transition of customers that you've been servicing Europe and other geographies now to their?
That's what we.
Here to the,
yes,
in the
you're correct. That's what we would like to do. Absolutely,
okay, so
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's just a natural kind of extension of the business. In that
Yes.
respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Anything? Business seems to be going well at Rehm. Everything. The market is doing well for you.
We see a lot of. It's a global market right nowadays. So 5G is a big topic. I've been lucky enough to have 3 years under my belt in Asia, so I had a lot of experience on that whole market. So it's doing really well. We're quite happy. The 5G is a big thing. Mobile phone production is big for our China plant as well. So lots of success. So overall, yes, we need to all pull that into the US. Has been slow, and so we're introducing new team. We have a German service engineer now who's managing the service staff. That increases the availability of service people. Also via phone, he is quite knowledgeable. All of that we're ramping up everything right here to get the knowledge. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking time today. Continued success, and we look forward to Apex then and seeing the rollout.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.